Hey guys, so we're back today again with another how did I kind of get to partnership video. It's going to be a quick little video, just kind of like how I found my channel to kind of progress, and how it helped me out, getting a little bit larger than I was before. So we'll kind of just get right into it. It's not going to be a long video at all. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. If you want to hit me up on Discord and say, hey, I'm about to start streaming, let me know. There's a few things. I'm going to add one thing to the list right now. So there's a few things that I kind of wanted to go over and, kind of go down the list of what I found. I'm sure there's more things that I could add to the list, but I wanted to keep it short and sweet. The first up when it comes to streaming is enjoy the stream. Make sure that you enjoy what you're doing. If you are about to stream, everyone's always nervous the first time that they press that go live button. I know I was. Majority of people that are out there, more than likely, were somewhat nervous on how their first time was going to be on Twitch. But if you enjoy it and you're gonna make it happen, If you do not enjoy yourself, if you feel that at any time you want to press go live, you're hesitating, you don't really want to do it, you feel like, today I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. Whether if it's anxiety that's building up that is preventing you from doing it, just go live. Just press that go live button and don't worry about it. Because I'm like an anxious guy, and when I stream, it relieves my anxiety. I feel like very calm. I feel very relaxed hanging out with everybody, and it gets better the time goes on. If you're somebody that you're about to press go live and you're like, I do not want to stream. Like, this is not my thing right now. Like, I do not want to. You might want to choose not to. If it's something that you're feeling against, that you're negative about streaming on Twitch, or you feel like you're only streaming you don't feel like streaming if you're not going to have any viewers, you're going to need to get past that. When you have 0 viewers or 1 viewer or 5 viewers or 10 and you're not satisfied with those numbers, the only way to get more is to work and work hard on Twitch. No one's going to press go live and instantly get 100 viewers. It's just unfortunately not the case. It took me about a good year and a half before I got partnership, and it took me about a good year and a half before I had a good steady amount of people that were watching my streams. And I mean, even now there's certain days where I might start streaming and I might only get 40 to 50 people watching me, and it seems like a low number now, but still I don't lose focus. I don't worry about that anymore. It's kind of out of my hands. You can't force people to watch you, and if people choose to stick around on your stream, it all depends on how you put yourself out there. So make sure you enjoy it and just have fun. One thing that really helped me was having a schedule. Make sure that if you can't do a schedule, try to at least let your audience know when you might be on. I know that schedules change. I know people are in school, people work, all that stuff, things happen. Try to let your stream know at least that, hey, I might be on this Saturday, so maybe I'll catch you guys then, if you can do that, okay? But a schedule does help a lot. Think of it like a TV show. You turn on the TV, exactly at 6 o'clock, your favorite TV show is coming on. Same goes with the stream. People know that, hey, exactly at X amount of time, so-and-so starting to stream. It helps big time for people's schedules, because you got to think about it like this. People have schedules too, and in order for them to know if you're going live, they can't just assume, okay, today, he or she may be on. We don't know. It's one of those things where if they understand that you're going to be on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they're going to try to be there if they are able to kind of like have that schedule down pat. So try to put some sort of schedule in place if you can. If you can't, maybe work towards having a schedule. I know at first I never had a schedule, and as soon as I did, I kind of noticed a little bit of a change in my viewership for sure. Interact with your audience, or at least try to. If you're streaming a game that you cannot interact with your audience, for example, if it's a very hardcore moment happening in the game, or if it's a game that requires very a lot of focus. For example, Battle Royale games provide a lot of focus. At least in between games, try to interact with your viewers. You guys know me, I went with FPS games at first, and then I decided that I wanted to go against that because I love interacting with my chat. Interacting with my chat is my number one thing. If I miss a comment, I kind of like look back on the comments just so I make sure that I say something, because interacting with my viewers is like my number one thing. I just love doing it. So if you find that you're playing FPS games and people are continuously complaining, you never talk to me when I'm here, hello, and then they're gone, you might want to consider either trying to, multitask a little bit more, or maybe switch into a different game that would interact with your viewers. But it's not, obviously it's entirely up to you. It's your stream. I'm just saying what works for me. And I know that interacting with viewers is kind of my number one thing. Do not worry about messing up. This applies to a lot of things: making errors in the game, dying in the game, having to adjust your gameplay mid-game to make your FPS a little bit better. Also with hosts and raids, people ask me all the time, how come, you're so calm when people host and raid you? It comes with, it gets easier as time goes on. When I first got my first big host and my first big raid, I was like, I just didn't know what to do. I was like, thank you so much. Oh my God. I remember I kept mispronouncing their name, and it was a huge thing. And do not worry, everybody does it. So just know that you're not the only one that's, maybe have embarrassed yourself when you first got a host and raid. But what that means that just because somebody's hosting you with 100 viewers, if somebody hosts you with 1 viewer, you still have to thank them for that. It doesn't matter who's hosting you, and the amount of people that are coming in because of that. You got to be thankful for everything that is given to you out there, because streamers try very hard to get a limited amount of viewers, and sometimes the most that they can get is 5 to 10 while they're starting out. So if somebody hosts you with all of their viewers that they have in their channel, and you're like, yeah, thanks for the host, see you later, they might never decide to host you again. So you want to take those into consideration for sure. So make sure that you appreciate everybody out there, and just have a good time with it, because that's what it is about. And it doesn't necessarily mean somebody hosts you and you have to immediately host them back or anything like that. But take that into consideration, that if somebody's consistently hosting you, maybe they want to be your friend. Maybe they want to, partner up, on Twitch with you and be friends on Twitch, and maybe you can kind of auto host people eventually, So those are things to consider. Being respectful of other streamers is a number one thing for me. And things that involve in that are, don't go into somebody else's Twitch channel and go, hey, I'm thinking about streaming. Oh my God. Don't do that. That's a big no-no on Twitch. People are very against that. There might be a small amount of streamers that are okay with it or say that they're okay with it, but kind of look the other way. Overall, it takes people a very long time to develop an audience. So, me personally, if somebody comes into my stream and they're like, today I'm going to start streaming, everybody come follow me, I'm going to be like, bam, get out. And then I'm going to instantly time them out. I'm not going to ban them, but I'm going to time them out to let them know not to do that ever again, because lots of sacrifice goes into people's stream, right? So if you just think of it like anything else, think of it this is a bigger example. Not to say that Twitch is a business. For some people it is. Some people it's a big livelihood for what they are. So if you're working at a restaurant and you just open that restaurant and you finally get people in your restaurant and everyone's enjoying your food, somebody runs in and goes, by the way, across the street they're having a sale for 50% off dinner time, and then 10% of those people leave to go to the other restaurant, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy about that happening. So the same works with Twitch. Is you want to be respectful of other streamers. If you're respectful with other streamers, they're going to respect you back. If you start stepping on other streamers' toes, they're going to notice that, and they may not choose to host you. They may not choose to raid you. They may not choose to promote you at all. So you want to make sure that if you are looking to network with other streamers, and that's a big thing, people will say, hey, look into networking on streaming. That doesn't mean go to other streamers and post on their channel. And be careful what you post, because people, it's different if you walk into my stream and you go, hey, Travis, I'm going to be streaming. Any tips? That's still kind of stepping on that streamer's toes. You might be better off going, hey, I'm going to DM you about something after stream. Do you mind if I do that? And I'll be like, sure, go ahead and DM me. That's the most respectful way of doing it. Somebody DMs me, hey, I'm looking to stream. Any tips? That's the best way. If you walk into somebody's stream that you don't know and you immediately start going, I'm going to be starting streaming. Any tips on how to start streaming? I need to grow my channel. Do you have any tips for this? You're kind of coming off as very I don't know you. Now, if you're a friend of mine and you're going, hey, I'm going to start streaming, any tips? I might look the other way, but still you want to make sure that you respect that streamer, okay? So that's the big thing is if you're looking to network, don't necessarily assume that you're walking into somebody's stream going, I want to be friends with you, you're a streamer, I want to be a streamer, let's do this. You might notice that networking is just DMing that person offline, hosting that person when you can, auto-hosting that person, kind of going back and forth, and that develops relationships in that category that you're in. So just remember to, when you're in a streamer's channel, respect their rules, because if you respect them, they're going to respect you, and it builds a relationship like that. One streamer that I really gotta point out is me and, for example, Nada on the DSD category. Me and her indirectly kind of developed like a relationship on there, because we went to this point where we started hosting each other back and forth, and then eventually it became like, hey, this is like a routine. So now it's like, you know what I mean? Without even kind of communicating with each other, we kind of know, we're like, hey, you're on, I'm about to end, okay, I'm hosting you, and vice versa. Not saying it was every time, obviously you try to do that, but I'm just saying that's the perfect example of, my experience with it, that it worked out really well in that sense. And that it's happened with more people as well too. There's definitely more people that I've done it with, but I just wanted to give that as an example. So if I didn't mention you, don't go, oh my God, he didn't mention me. What the heck? I can't believe it. I'm just using that as an example to say that is, somebody that indirectly, without really talking to each other, we developed that. And then after it became, like, hey, how you doing today? And we started talking, you know what I mean? So yeah. So like now, like I said, it's just little things like that. Follow rules, make sure that you don't step on any people's toes, and you'll be fine. One thing is spend time with your Twitch audience after the stream. I hear it all the time. I follow this person on Twitch. They don't talk to me off stream. They ignore me. They won't message me. There's two things about it. If the streamer is very large and has no time after stream to do anything, you might not be able to blame them very much. For example, somebody like Ninja, who's like very, very, known on Twitch. I'm sure he gets 1 million DMs a day, and I'm sure he can't answer all of them. But it's one of those things where if you're just starting out and people are trying to interact with you off your stream going, hey, any chance tomorrow we can play together, or maybe next week we can play together, stuff like that, or any tips or stuff like, anything that they're technically asking you, you want to try to interact with them as much as you can off stream, because I mean, they're there for you, right? So if they're asking you questions and you ignore them off stream, it still might indirectly affect your Twitch as well too, right? So, whether it's a Discord and people are PMing you, or you're on Discord with them and they're saying hello to you and good morning, you want to make sure that you just like you would anywhere else, you want to make sure you interact with people, because ignoring them off stream could affect your on-stream performance as well too. You might wonder, hey, was this person no longer coming back anymore? Well, you ignore me like 500 times when I DM'd you on Discord, and I kept asking you if you want to play together, and you just never answer me. Those things kind of take effect. So you want to make sure that you try to talk to people as much as you can. I understand people get busy and all kinds of other things like that, but it's just one of those things that definitely I noticed that helped me. Listening to your viewers falls back into listening and talking with people. Somebody might have a really good recommendation, or somebody might have an in for you somewhere. For example, somebody might say, hey, how you doing today? How's things going? You start getting to talk to them, and then before you know it, they're like, by the way, I have a sponsor for you, or I am a fellow streamer. I would like to host you up one time. You start listening to your viewers about different things. For example, hey, I like your content, but your webcam's a little blurry every time you move. Okay, why is that happening? Let me adjust that. There's little things like that you would think that sometimes people say things in their Twitch chat like, don't criticize me, I don't want any backseat gaming, but listening to your viewers can really go a long way. And that's something that's definitely helped me out. People saying things like your webcam doesn't look right, your green screen is off center, your gameplay looks good, but it's a little blurry at times. Adjusting all that and being able to work with your viewers makes your stream, better in the long run for sure. So make sure you listen to your viewers, because it makes a huge difference. Let them play with you from time to time. If people are consistently asking, can we play a game together with you? It's not because they're bugging you at all. It's because they respect you and they want to definitely get in a game with you and play alongside you. If you're playing a solo game and you've always been a solo player, that's a different category altogether. That's entirely up to you. And of course, all these options are entirely up to you. This is not, you have to do it, you must do it, or else. I'm just saying, for me, this has worked good with me. I love playing with my viewers. I really do. I can't get enough of playing with new people all the time, because everybody has a different play style, and it really kind of shines on my stream when people jump in. They're like, hey, I'm going to build this cool like structure on Don't Starve, for example. And I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it. Like, let's build it. And you might be surprised at how more people are willing to interact with you if they're able to play with you every now and then, right? But if you ignore them and you never play with them, they might move on and go to another streamer that is willing to play with them, right? So another thing is try to get back to your stream, whether they're giveaways, whether you're just like, oh, hey, today I'm going to do something special like an event for you guys or stuff like that. But I know giveaways are like a touchy subject because some people like them, some people don't. I know some streamers are like against giveaways. They'll never do giveaways. I'm not saying that they do help, but I say it does help to give back to your community through giveaways or stuff like that in order for them to make them, feel like they deserve being around and thank you for being here sort of thing. Because if somebody's following you for 3 years and, they're donating a ton and they're like, I love your stream, maybe they're never expecting anything back, but it's always nice to give back to those who have helped you grow across the years. So set a goal. Maybe it's like, every 50 followers or every 100 followers, or every 1,000 followers, maybe a sub goal, and then you do something for them, or just try to do stuff like that because it does help out big time for sure. Spend time with your friends, spend time with your significant other, family, all that stuff. Do not indulge everything into Twitch. You guys know my opinion on this. Spending 1 million hours on Twitch is not going to get you where you want to be. Yes, you might grow very fast, but ignoring everybody outside is not going to be the way to go. One thing that helps me, this is kind of a weird thing, but when I hang out with my friends outside of Twitch, it's kind of like a refresher. You know what I mean? Not to say that I need a refresher, but it always helps to kind of like, okay, I'm hanging out with my friends. Now I come back to Twitch and, you get more, first of all, you get more stories to tell. That's the big thing, Hey, today my friends went and, we played D&D for 6 hours and we came back and now we're here and people are like, D&D, tell me about D&D. Like there's so many things that, kind of add more content to your stream because you're going to, not to say that you're using your friends for content creation, but you know what I mean. I think you understand that overall, just do not indulge a ton of time into Twitch and forget about everybody else because it will start to eat at you. And I mean, I've done that multiple times where, I stream, I end my stream. Okay, I want to go back to stream again. Okay, now I'm done my stream. I'm going to go to bed, wake up, stream again. And you start to kind of lose focus on everything else and start to realize, okay, you know what? I got to take a step back. I got to hang out. I got to still do everything I got to do. I got to take care of my outside of stream life and then, and kind of like work together side by side. Because if you're just focusing purely on one or the other, it's just not gonna work very well. But like I said, this is all me. You can do whatever you like. I'm just giving you my examples of what worked well for me. So focus on improving rather than spending money. So a lot of people, I notice have goals on their streams, okay? And goals on your streams could be at 100 subscribers, I'm going to get a new microphone, or at $200 worth of bits, for example, I'm going to improve my webcam. These are good goals to kind of set, especially if you're starting out. So if you're starting out and your mouse is broken, your keyboard is broken, your webcam is broken, all this, and people are consistently like, I'd like to see you on webcam. Well, I can, but I just can't afford it right now. Set a goal on there, So maybe try to not put so much focus on, today I got $100 Twitch donation. I'm going to spend it on candy and eat it off stream. That's entirely up to you, okay? I'm just saying that improve your channel before spending the money on yourself necessarily, because the more you put into your channel, the more people are going to appreciate it, knowing that if I donate to the stream or if I put money into the stream, it's going to essentially better the stream. So to this day, anytime I get anything, donated on my stream, it all goes back into the Twitch channel itself, because I don't, I'm not full-time on Twitch just yet. I definitely intend to be. I'll leave that at the very end of the video. I definitely intend to be, but until I am, there's really no reason for me to collect that money and go, today I'm going to splurge and use my Twitch money to buy new shoes. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spend it back on the stream to hopefully better it, buy games to give away, stuff like that. So maybe put your focus on that before anything else. I'm not saying you have to. It's your money. You can do whatever you like with it. I'm just saying, once again, what works better for me. And the reason why I say that is because I don't want people to watch this video and go, excuse me, you're telling me what to do with my money? It's my money. I can do whatever I want. I'm not saying that. I'm just recommending that for me, what worked good for me was setting goals And, you know, my quality for my stream, honestly, when I first started streaming, went from maybe like a 0 out of 10 to I think my quality of my stream looks fairly good now. You know, I'm not saying it's the best. I know my overlay is not 100%, but I would definitely say that my quality of my stream definitely, you know, went from barely being able to see me on stream to 100% being able to see me on stream. My camera quality is like perfecto now. You know, I got a green screen now. There's all these added features that you can definitely add to your stream. You know, if you just add yourself like a little goal, and people that respect your stream and want to see it grow, they'll respect that and say, hey, this person's working towards a new webcam. Nice. You know, you definitely need one. Here you go. Here's $1 towards that or whatever. So just keep that in mind for sure. But overall, just have fun, guys. You know, don't focus so much on the numbers. Don't focus so much on the competitive part of Twitch, because, you know, you want to enjoy Twitch overall. If you're struggling to go live, ask yourself, why am I struggling to go live? Am I nervous? Am I nervous that people are not going to join my channel? Am I nervous that people are not going to like me? Am I nervous that people think I look weird? Like, these are all things that people, I mean, not people, but that I assume when I first started, I'm like, are people going to make fun of me when I start streaming? Ignore all that stuff, you know, just do it. And if you love it, people will respect it. You know, you're going to get that odd person in your stream that is going to make fun of you or say weird things. And that's for another video entirely on how to handle, you know, your kind of like your Twitch interaction. But just know that if you do a great job, you'll make it, okay? Because no matter what you do, it's like anything else. If you really enjoy something a lot and you're very passionate about something, chances are you're going to make it big on that. And just believe in yourself, be happy. You know, when I always believed in it, happiness makes everything better, and it's true. Makes your you know, for me, it makes everything better. It makes my relationship better. It makes my life better. It makes my relationship with my friends, my family better. And if you're not happy with your situation, change it or try something different, because it just takes a little bit to get there, right? So that's a big thing. So at the very end of things, just like I said, make sure you're happy. The list is there if you guys want to read it again or go through it. I'll try to post it on the comments of the channel when I get some time. But just make sure that you're happy doing what you're doing, because you will get there. It just takes a long time. And like I said, if you respect others and you respect your Twitch chat and you respect yourself, it's definitely gonna happen. So make sure that, like I said, you just kind of take what I say with a grain of salt. Don't absorb everything and go, I got to do exactly what he says, or my channel's not going to work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying what works for me. Hopefully, it will work for you as well too, and help you grow. If you have any questions, you guys can PM me on my Discord and say, hey, let me jump in there with you, stuff like that. So if you have any questions, just PM me on Discord or post in the comments, and I will try to answer them for you. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm about to stream actually here in a minute or two. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.